The Shulchan Aruch says the following halacha: Davar she'eno melacha ve'eno asur la'asoto b'Shabbat ela mishum shvut. Anything that's not considered a melacha on Shabbat, it's not a deoraita, it's not a Torah prohibition, it's a rabbinical prohibition, which is called shvut. Mutar l'Yisrael lomar le'eno Yehudi la'asoto b'Shabbat. One is allowed to tell a goy to do that for him on Shabbat. We learn over here what the concept of shvut the shvut, which means you're telling a goy, that's one derabanan, telling a goy is isur derabanan, you're violating a rabbinical prohibition by telling a goy to do something for you. But if you're telling him to do a rabbinical prohibition, you have over here two rabbinical prohibitions. One is telling the goy, and secondly, telling the goy to do something that's only rabbinical. And that halacha says you're allowed to tell him to do that. But as long as that thing that you're telling him has the following necessity: either it's a mitzvah, you're telling him to bring you something that's a mitzvah. For instance, you need a shofar for Rosh Hashanah, so you're telling him to get you a shofar for Rosh Hashanah. That thing is called shvut the shvut b'mkom mitzvah. But without a mitzvah, you wouldn't be allowed, unless the following also have: either it's a tzorech gadol, a great need, makom choli, for instance, a person that's sick and he needs a medicine, so you tell a goy, go get me a medicine. Since he's only violating isurim derabanan by getting it for you, so such a thing would be mutar. If you have other reasons that you need it, like for instance, there's a hefsed merubeh, big loss, the Magen Avraham brought down in the Mishnah Berurah, also such a thing would be mutar. Tzorech rabim is a lot of people. You have a lot of people, such a thing also would be mutar. So you have such a necessity. The halacha says shvut the shvut, with that necessity, either makom tzorech gadol, makom mitzvah, makom choli, hefsed gadol, and so on and so forth, then he will be allowed to tell a goy to do such a thing. We explained already in the past that Rav Nisim Kareli says that you can't abuse this halacha. One can't use this on a regular basis. One could use that only if he got stuck once in a while, but can't use this on a regular basis. One time it happened, fine. Some people use their maid to tell her all the time, do this, do that. That's not allowed. Although you have all these conditions, but you're not allowed to do this on a regular basis. The Sha'ar HaTziyun brings down in a couple of places that you're not allowed to use shvut the shvut unless you got stuck. But initially, before Shabbat, you want to use such a thing, you're not allowed to use. Where this comes about? This comes about on the holidays. On the holidays, lighting the fire on the oven is only b'derabanan. It's only sur derabanan. Except the Taz opinion, everybody holds that lighting a fire on Yom Tov is only a rabbinical prohibition, not like Shabbat. Shabbat is Torah prohibition. Lo tevaru esh b'chol moshvatechem. And therefore, lighting a fire on Yom Tov, you're allowed to tell a goy to do for you. Why? It's shvut the shvut, provided you have a necessity, a great necessity. And therefore, such a thing, the poskim say it's allowed. But although it's allowed, one can't have such a thing in plan and in mind before Yom Tov. When it comes before Yom Tov, one needs to plan it out, that he's not going to need to use the goy. In a case he has no other way to do it but to tell a goy, then the halacha would kick in and would allow to tell a goy to do such a thing.